I expect that if I turned up, I probably wouldn't get this charming man. And if I went with the Foreign Secretary, it'd probably be William, it was really nothing.
Really the meaning of the song. I mean, that opening line, punctured bicycle. Extraordinary set of images that suggests.
Well, to me, that reads like the opening line in a synopsis that's been handed into a film company. You know, imagine this, a punctured bicycle. So it's a way of grabbing your attention. And I guess we could see that, you know, if we were getting super literary about it, as a metaphor for that character. You know, he himself is the punctured bicycle.
So he's the punctured bicycle. So what do we read into the word punctured, that initial first word, punctured?
Deflated. Yeah. Can't get any further. Is stuck. Has come to the end of that particular line. Needs a lift.
Wow. And will nature make a man of him?
Well, I think we hope not. You know, we don't want that character in the song to be manly. We want him to be sort of boyish and beautiful and different and alternative, all those things. I think he's quite heroic.
The leather runs smooth.
Yeah, it runs smooth on the passenger seat. Yeah. Well, it's an invitation to luxuriousness, which, I mean, the leather never runs very smooth on a bicycle seat, does it? That's always a much bonier journey.
There's temptation.
There's temptation, yeah. But it seems to come at a cost or a price. To quote With Nail and I, which, I mean, is a kind of With Nail and I sketch, that I think, is that he might get himself a right buggering. I think that's you know, the possibility there. But also he might get a ride in a very fancy car. And I think you're not sure whether he wants to go with it or not.
Okay, this man said it's gruesome that someone so handsome should care. I mean, it's glorious just saying it.
Yeah.
In a very few lines in this song, funnily enough, as you were saying, but there's another absolute beauty.
Yeah.
So what's going on there then?
Well, the patterning of the vowels and the consonant across that line, as you say, they're incredibly seductive, and it's a chat-up line. That's what it is. I think it's a chat-up line. It's a sort of dangling of something in front of somebody who's not sure whether to take up the offer or not. You know, there's something very you know, glittery and swanky and luxurious on the other side, but it comes with unknowns, perhaps hidden dangers. I mean, Morrissey is, I think, in a very British tradition, and it extends into poetry as well, that he's a great sketch writer. I mean, a lot of those songs, they're sketches, and they're not stories in the sense that they have a beginning, a middle, and the end. It's almost as if you come in halfway through, a bit like a comedy sketch. And this charming man is a perfect example of that. Suddenly, you know, you've got these characters, you've got this situation comedy, quite dark. I think there's some quite dark things going on in that song. But nevertheless, in my head, when I run the song, it's a kind of... It's a black and white film, about 3 minutes, a sketch.
What do you think?
You can hear old-fashioned crooning as a kind of kinky, self-regarding show business, in the way that Morrissey phrases his words and positions his voice as if it's 1960 and he's instantly responding to Elvis.
A punctured bicycle on a hillside, so desolate. Punctured bicycle on a hillside desolate. Will nature make a man of me yet? When in this charming car, this charming man, why pamper life's complexity when the leather runs smooth on the passenger seat? I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear. This man said it's gruesome that someone so handsome should care. A jumped up pantry boy who never knew his place. He said, return the ring. He knows so much about these things. He knows so much about these things. I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear. This man said it's gruesome that someone so handsome should care. Na 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 na. This charming man. Na 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 na. This charming man. A jumped up pantry boy who never knew his place. He said, return the ring. He knows so much about these things. He knows so much about these things. He knows so much about these things.